No one in the courtroom expected it. People leaned in, holding their breath, waiting for something quiet, maybe rehearsed. Instead, what they heard was one of the most disturbing testimonies of the entire trial. Keanu Reeves didn't yell. He didn't cry. He didn't accuse. But what he described, calmly, and without blinking, left the room frozen. Back in 2014, Keanu was invited to what he thought was just another Hollywood dinner. But this wasn't with a director or studio exec. The invite came directly from Sean Diddy Combs. It was vague. Private dinner, creatives only, no agents. The address led to a massive, guarded estate tucked deep in the Malibu hills. When Keanu arrived, there were no paparazzi, no valets, just a silent guard who checked his ID and took his phone. No devices allowed, the man said flatly. Inside, the home looked more like a set than a residence. Dozens of candles lit the floor. Soft ambient music played from hidden speakers. At the end of a long table stood Diddy, smiling. "Glad you made it," he said. Keanu was alone with him. No staff, no guests. It didn't feel like a dinner. It felt like a ceremony. Diddy poured wine. "Let's talk legacy," he said. They didn't speak about movies. Diddy talked about power, secrecy, and entering the next level. He spoke of a role that wasn't written, that couldn't be auditioned for. It was, in his words, an experience that changes who you are. Keanu started to feel deeply uncomfortable. This didn't feel like acting. "It's not about pretending," Diddy told him. "It's about becoming." Then came the test. "To start, you need to prove loyalty," Diddy said, leaning in. "No press. No contracts. Just obedience." He placed a black folder on the table. It had no script, no cast list, just a sheet of paper with 7 rules. Trust the process, even in the dark. Speak to no one about this. You will be reborn through the water. Don't ask questions. If money is your goal, leave now. Cleanse completely. Loyalty is forever. Keanu asked, "Is this a pitch for a movie?" Diddy smiled. "You asked too many questions. That's why you're here." Keanu felt it in his gut. Something wasn't right. He'd seen strange pitches, eccentric directors, but never anything like this. Then Diddy showed him a small black stone. "Take this with you," he said. "Into the bath." Keanu blinked. "Bath?" "It's the second part of the loyalty test," Diddy said. "The bath will be prepared. You'll go in after me. The water connects us all. My residue will cleanse you." A quiet gasp swept through the courtroom as Keanu recounted those words. "I thought it was a metaphor," Keanu said. But he wasn't joking. Diddy poured more wine. "Are you in?" Keanu stood up, thanked him, walked out. "You'll come back," Diddy called out. They always come back. When Keanu returned to his car, his phone had been sealed in a black pouch. Inside was a card with the words, "Loyalty is tested in water." He never went back. But things began to change. His roles dried up. Collaborators pulled away. Projects fell through. No scandals. No headlines. Just silence. He didn't want to believe it was connected. But he couldn't ignore the signs. One night, his home phone rang at 3:17 a.m. He answered, only static. Then, the sound of a deep breath. Then nothing. It happened again. 5 times in 2 weeks. Always late. Always silent. Always breathing. He noticed strange cars parked outside his home. One day, there was a black envelope tucked under his windshield. Inside, a single sheet of paper. "Unfinished rituals have consequences." Signed only with the letter S. His agent told him to forget it. If you didn't sign or speak, walk away. But the agent also warned. There are people who don't like hearing no, especially if they think you were meant to say yes. Keanu tried to move on. A mid-budget film he was set to star in. Funding disappeared just days before shooting. A big franchise cameo. Suddenly canceled. No replacement. No explanation. At a charity event, a well-known actress leaned in close to him and whispered, "You said no, didn't you?" She walked away smiling. That's when it hit him. It wasn't a dinner invite. It was a test. And he failed. Other actors who accepted those mysterious dinners, their stars rose overnight. Unknown names became icons. Keanu saw the pattern. Say yes, rise fast. Say no, disappear slowly. One action star, big in the 2000s, reportedly argued with Diddy's people. He hasn't been seen since. They said he didn't play the game, Keanu said. And he paid for it. The real power in Hollywood, Keanu realized, isn't held by directors or producers. It's held by gatekeepers, silent, hidden, watching behind the curtains. This Diddy trial has taken a wild turn, and it's no longer just about Cassie. What began as her raw, emotional testimony has exploded into something much bigger, something nobody could have predicted. This isn't just gossip or headlines anymore. It's federal courtrooms, hushed audio leaks, and a flood of old videos pulling some of the biggest names in entertainment into the spotlight. The internet's on fire, the streets are talking, and the people caught up in this? They're probably feeling the heat like never before. Here's the latest. For weeks, the prosecution built Cassie's case. Allegations of abuse, control, and those infamous freak-off parties. But now, the focus has shifted, and it's intense. Courtroom insiders and online reports are buzzing about audio recordings, graphic, explicit ones allegedly involving Diddy, Jay-Z, and Nicki Minaj. This isn't just rumors floating around online. These tapes are reportedly being played in court. It all started with silent security footage from a hotel hallway shown a few days ago. Everyone thought that was the extent of it. But then, behind closed doors, audio was played that left the room stunned. No phones, no recordings, just dead silence. One insider called it raw, undeniable, and shocking, hinting at explicit male-on-male content that hit like a bombshell. Then came the new witnesses, not just random people chasing fame, but former bad boy artists, ex-staff, and insiders who've been in Diddy's orbit for years. People who partied with him, worked for him, saw things up close. One of them, Lisa Monroe, a former member of a bad boy girl group, took the stand. Paparazzi caught her leaving the courtroom, looking drained and shaken. Sources say her testimony backed Cassie's claims, confirming disturbing behavior by Diddy. That's not hearsay. That's straight from the court record. And then there's Diddy's daughter. If you want a moment that shows how heavy this is, picture her leaving the courtroom, pale, quiet, eyes down. No one even tried to shout questions at her. Insiders say she was there when the audio played, and her reaction only fuels speculation about what was heard. This isn't just about legal trouble anymore. It's about reputations, legacies, and a web of secrets tying together some of the biggest names in the game. Jay-Z's name coming up wasn't random. It's tied to those tapes, and the internet didn't hold back. Old interviews, event photos, and podcast clips of Jay and Diddy together started trending. One comedian's offhand comment from years ago about Jay and Diddy being too close for comfort went viral again. Back then, it was a throwaway line. Now, people are dissecting it. And then there's the chatter about Jay-Z's relationship with his protege, a young rapper he mentored. Old clips of them together, playful, touchy moments that once seemed harmless, are being rewatched with raised eyebrows. The vibe feels off now, and fans are calling it out. Then there's Nicki Minaj. Her name surfaced in the courtroom audio, and the reaction was chaos. Unlike Jay-Z, who stayed silent, Nicki hit social media hard, posting defensive tweets that only made people more suspicious. For years, fans have joked about her and Diddy's dynamic, calling her his sidekick, or worse. Those old jabs are resurfacing, and they're hitting different now. One viral clip shows Nicki at a party hosted by a music mogul, laughing but looking uneasy as Diddy hypes her up, calling her family, in a way that feels forced. Another video from a yacht party has Diddy toasting her, saying, "You're my queen." The internet turned queen into a meme in hours, and every time Nicki tries to shut it down, fans flood her replies with more clips and screenshots. The real mystery, though, is the audio itself. Nothing's leaked yet. No clips, no snippets, not even a blurry still. Insiders describe it as explosive, with one claiming it captures Diddy joking while something graphic unfolds. That's the kind of detail that sticks with you. But the fact that it's locked away, hidden from the public, is raising red flags. In the US, evidence in a criminal trial is usually transparent. So why is this under wraps? Some say it's to protect the people involved. Others think it's because the names are too big, the stakes too high. If these tapes ever leak, they could torch careers, end deals, and spark a firestorm of lawsuits. The scariest part? This might just be the beginning. If Diddy, Jay-Z, and Nicki are only the start, who else is caught up in this? The silence is what's deafening. In an era where everything leaks, hacked emails, court docs, you name it, these tapes haven't surfaced. Not a second of audio, not a single frame. That's got people asking, who's keeping this quiet? This trial isn't just about Diddy and Cassie anymore. It's peeling back layers of a hidden world, Decades of power, parties, and secrets in the entertainment industry that nobody dared touch until now. Survivors and insiders are finally speaking out, backed by federal pressure. Diddy, once untouchable, is unraveling in real time. He wasn't just a music icon. He was a cultural force, from bad boy to fashion to those larger-than-life parties. But now, the cracks are showing. People are looking back, connecting dots. The controlling vibe with his artists, the way so many left bad boy broken or faded away. Think of groups like Day 26 or Dawn Richard, who's been vocal for years. Her testimony doubled down on Cassie's, painting a picture of someone not just problematic, but predatory. Jay-Z's reputation, already shaky after past controversies, is taking another hit. If he's on those tapes, it's not just a PR nightmare. It could be the end of an era. Nicki's fighting back online, but the memes and receipts are relentless. She's not charged with anything, but in the court of public opinion, perception is everything. And right now, it's brutal. The government's silence isn't helping. No official word on why the tapes are sealed, no explanation for the secrecy. It's fueling theories that this goes deeper. Maybe too many powerful people are involved. Maybe deals are being made behind closed doors. For now, we're stuck in limbo. The trial keeps moving, the internet keeps digging, and the people named are acting like it's business as usual. But that won't last. The truth has a way of coming out, especially when people feel it's being hidden. If those tapes ever hit the internet, they could shake the core of Hollywood's elite. This isn't just a trial, it's a reckoning. And we're all watching to see what falls next.